Hello, it's Jay here and welcome to another tutorial. In this lesson we're going to work on filling out the dead block on our EnemyAI script. So first things first, before we can fill out this block we need to create an animation clip for it. So I'm just going to copy the run animation line and we'll paste that in there, and we'll just swap out the naming convention. So we'll change it to def animation, and again in the comment. And the same thing for the audio clip. So I'll just copy the line of strike audio and swap out the naming convention again. We'll change that to def audio, and again here. We'll save the script and we'll go and assign those now. So we'll just wait for the script to recompile. And there we go, we can assign animations. So we'll assign the def animation and we'll assign an audio clip. And as always, I'm using public domain sound effects because they're copyright free for the purposes of YouTube, but you of course may want to use different ones. Now with these two assigned now, we can come back to our script and we can actually come to the start function, and we want to make sure that the def animation is only going to play once. So we can do that by saying get component, open and close brackets, come inside, and again it's the animation component. We'll come to the end, open and close brackets, and then we'll open square brackets. We'll say underscore def animation dot name, and then we'll close square brackets dot, and we want wrap mode with the small w equals, and then wrap mode again with the capital W, and we'll say dot once. We'll close the line off and we'll put it into the comments. So we'll say set def animation to play once. Now we'll come to the idle block and we'll actually copy the top line of code where we play the animation and or the audio block. And we'll just come down to the def block, and again I want to keep we'll paste that in. I want to keep most of this in view. Now if you have more than one def animation, rather than using this line of code, you can simply create an array like we did for the impact and attack, and if we come all the way down, and we can just randomize them the same way in which we did for impact and for strike. But because I only have one animation, I'm just going to use this simple line of code and we'll swap out the variable. So we'll say underscore def animation, we'll change the comment, and again we want to change the audio clip to underscore def audio, and we'll just copy and paste that in there and there. And of course this time we do not want it to loop, so we'll just change the comment, we'll say not to loop, and we'll just go through and change where it says idle here, here, and twice more here, and finally there. So we're now playing the def animation and we're playing the def audio, and similar to impact, this block's going to be activated by another external script that we'll create at a later date. So we will not be able to test this block until we have health scripts in place and weapon systems in place. So we will obviously create them scripts at a later date, so please don't worry about it. But for now, all we need to do is come down to the void on trigger exit and copy the line where we stop coroutine. And if the enemy's dead, obviously we need to stop the finite state machine. And I'll just bring the comment back into line. We'll save that off there. And that is our EnemyAI script done for now. We will be revisiting this script as we create other things. So we'll be adding code at later dates. Mainly in the initialize function, we have more code to input into this function, but we need to create other scripts first. So we will be coming back to the EnemyAI, but we are done for now. And I hope now you can see why we create a finite state machine. I mean, we have nearly 300 lines of code. If it was all running at once, obviously this would be very taxing. But because we've created a finite state machine, only small little blocks are ever running at any one time. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope to see you next time. And until then, bye for now.